next, it's time for Truth or Fake. Catalina Marchand Abreu is here in studio. Catalina, in tonight's edition, you're reviewing the fake news that's circulating about the newly released JFK files. Tell us more.
The highly anticipated and now available to the public, the 1964 John F. K. assassination files, released Tuesday night, March 18th, on the website of the American National Archives, where you can find tens of thousands of records, 64,000 to be exact, released by the Trump administration as part of Trump's campaign promise to declassify all remaining records in this new era of maximum transparency, according to the statement released by his Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. Historians and journalists alike agree that reviewing 64,000 pages will take some time. However, some on social media already claim to have found the new bombshell, many of them pro-Trump. An example with this post seen over 2.3 million times on X that reads, newly released JFK files tells the story of Gary Underhill, who worked for the CIA. Underhill was found shot to death in his Washington apartment 6 months after he revealed to friends that CIA was responsible for JFK's assassination. The coroner ruled it as suicide. The document specifically says that Underhill told friends that a small clique within the CIA was responsible for the assassination, and he was afraid for his life. Allegedly a new revelation, according to these posts seen over millions and millions of times on X.
Well, Catalina, could this be then the bombshell revelation in connection to the assassination? What are people saying?
Absolutely not. Users are sharing this piece of information as something new, completely new, a bombshell revelation, the missing piece, when in fact this document has already been public for at least 7 years. So new is not the word here. This document has been available since 2017 on the website, the same one of the American National Archives. A closer look at the document released in 2017, reveals that Gary Underhill was a former U.S. Army captain in World War II when he said he feared for his life and believed, without providing any further evidence, that the CIA was behind the assassination of JFK. This note was actually a review of an article of the 1960s, 1970s magazine Ramparts, recounting Underhill's story that we see right here. Ramparts was a magazine known for echoing conspiracy theories related to JFK's assassination. Gary Underhill's theory, whatever you want to call it, was also published by Playboy magazine. Here's an archive made available by the CIA. Proof that there's nothing new about this revelation. This information was already publicly known since 2017. Sure.
Finally, Colleen, there's so many documents to go through, but are there any bombshells in there so far?
Even though the Trump administration hyped it up to be as the bombshell files, this initial batch of documents about JFK's assassination offers no major revelation, at least at first glance, besides what is already made public in previous declassifications. In fact, President Joe Biden had already released 17,000 JFK-related documents back in 2023, leading some to accuse Trump of re-releasing old information under a different label. Journalist Ed Krasenstein points out the only difference between the files, the top one says Joe Biden. Biden says 2023 release, while Trump's says 2025 on the top, while the word secret is also crossed out in Trump's version of these files. Nevertheless, this doesn't mean that newly declassified files do not provide any new information about JFK's assassination. These documents reveal, for instance, information on Lee Harvey Oswald's shooting skills or lack of thereof. Oswald was actually categorized as a poor shot during gun practice in the Soviet Union. Then there's a particular intriguing document that details that a letter was sent to the British Embassy back in 1963, warning of Oswald's plan to kill JFK, a fact that perhaps indicates intelligence failures. So some examples, to name a few. However, according to the New York Times, the Kennedy files actually shed light, the newly released files shed light on spycraft, focuses on intelligence gathering, but not the assassination. 64,000 pages, as we said, that will take time to go over, but no immediate bombshells that challenge the theory that lone gunman Lee Harvey Oswald killed the president.
Thanks for going through all of that for us, Catalina. That's Catalina there with tonight's Truth or Fake. Do stay with us. We'll be right back with more world news.